in the case of the sneezing, which Mark actually thought he heard himself last night, and he's played that recording back to me. I have to say, to me, it sounds like something that might be a sneeze, but it might be 101 other things as well. And I think this is a general problem with the EVP, the electronic voice phenomenon, that it's very, very easy for people to read into those very, very ambiguous sounds, whatever it is they think they're supposed to be hearing.
Tales of ghosts, poltergeists and dark phantoms are all very exciting, but what would you do if you believed one had moved in with you? Tonight, Mia says she'll get rid of the Normanhurst house ghost. She says she'll summon up the spirit and send it over to the other side in a clearing ceremony which lasts an intense 20 minutes. But in a dramatic twist, on the evening of the clearing, John mysteriously collapsed, possibly from exhaustion, leaving Andy and Julia to face the alleged ghost alone.
So what we're going to do now, this is the clearing. You may experience stuff, you may not. And whatever happens at the end, it'll be gone. What I'm seeing now is I'm going down the corridor and going towards those back stairs. I'm going down the stairs, but at the bottom I've come into a big area which is looking, it's not the room that's there now. It's like it's a big kitchen. There's a big old table in the middle of the kitchen, and I can see the figure of a man standing on the opposite side, and he looks late 50s, and now he's coming out of the kitchen. Okay, I'm coming quite quickly up the stairs because he's coming quite quickly. Okay, so I'm back here and he's coming in. He looks like he's 50, 60 years ago. And he worked in the kitchen. There were children here. Quite a lot of children. The children aren't haunting this place, the children aren't stuck, but they visit. And he was accused of something to do with the children. He's enraged by this, enraged. He's very, very angry about this. He's looking for something in this building. He's looking for a child. So he's either a child has gone missing, he's lost a child, and he's been accused of it, and he's still looking for the child. I'm seeing images of somebody stabbing with a knife into somebody's chest. I think somebody stabbed him because of the child. Okay, I'm going to send him over. De profundus clamavi et te Domini exaudi vocem meam, viant oras tuae, intendentis invocium, deprecationis meae, si iniquitus observerus, Domini quae sustenibi, quae apud Dominum misericordia et copiosa, apud eum redemptio, et ipse redimit Israel ex omnibus iniquitibus aegis. Done. Gone.
Once Mia recovers, she tries to make sense of what she says she's learnt in the clearing.
Now, I don't know if the owner who lived here had a lot of kids or if it was used in some way for children. And I believe that something happened to one of these children and he was blamed for it. And there was some sort of kerfuffle and he got killed. But it was very quickly after being accused of something to do with his children. Yet he's not without blame and he's very angry. He was very angry and it's not pleasant. He wasn't very pleasant about it.
You mentioned the children that come into the building, so we are right to the fact that we've heard children. We were confused last night. You said there was one entity here.
Yeah, but the children are visitors.
They're just
they
popping
come
in every so often.
Yeah, have a play around and go again.
Right.
No danger, no problem, and visitors haven't got the energy to move things. to turn lights on. They can purely be here for a while, then go. And it's quite light. Whereas the ghost, the haunting, it gets stronger and stronger and learns how to do things. Over the next couple of days, it will lighten up, lighten up. What's really interesting, the next time you're here at night, on your own, you should feel a lot better.
Well, I've got lots of information from what Mia was saying during the clearing. And believe me, first thing Monday morning, straight onto the internet, see if we can dig any information up to find out maybe who this gentleman was.
I'm hoping that whoever he was has gone, really, and that we can have, finally, a peaceful radio station where we can work and not have to worry about him lurking in the building.
During the clearing, Mia claims she actually contacted the ghost of a man called Frederick, wrongly accused of a crime involving a missing child. She's unsure of the precise details. In 2 weeks' time, our cameras will return to Normanhurst House to see if the clearing ceremony was successful and if the ghost of Frederick has moved on.
After Mia left, I think it was an instant effect on the whole building becoming quieter and a little more peaceful.
You do sort of wonder, are you going to hear anything again? And I was sort of creeping around the place for a few days looking out for things, but nothing strange happened.
It's completely different. It's tranquil, it's calm. You don't feel as if there's somebody just lurking around the corner or over your shoulder watching you.
So the atmosphere has changed, but are they still hearing any noises?
I mean, I did worry that I might still hear some of the children because obviously she wasn't able to clear them, but nothing's happened in that sense.
So no singing, no footsteps upstairs, no running around, nothing's been completely quiet.
And have they managed to find out any information about Frederick?
Because he obviously wasn't a property owner here, he was just an employee, it's been very difficult to find anything. And of course we didn't have a surname, so unfortunately we've come up against brick walls trying to find out who Frederick was.
Julia, John and Andy have helped all the staff at Beacon Radio to feel better about Normanhurst House.
People have said that they've not had any more sightings or experienced anything with the ghosts, and that's reassuring to know that they've noticed something, because there's only 3 of us that took part in the programme, but everyone else here has said it's a lot better place to work now.
It's good news for Beacon Radio. Staff who work there now feel free of any sinister hauntings. For them, the fear is over, and the late shift is no longer a terrifying ordeal. But for other people, uncertainty continues. That dark silhouette spotted out of the corner of the eye. How can anyone be certain what those shadows are? Haunted homes may not just be the product of pulp fiction and movies. Perhaps tonight's evidence suggests that someone in your town, maybe even your neighbours, have unwanted guests. If you haven't lived in a haunted home yet, maybe one night you will. Sleep well.